Hey everyone, welcome back to Footy Sports Zone, your home for the best football content online. Today, we're breaking down the top 10 potential Ballon d'Or winners for 2025, based on the 2024-25 season's competitions, stats, and silverware. Rodri's season-ending injury means he won't be defending the trophy he won in 2024. So who are the main contenders to succeed the Spaniard? This season has been full of surprises, comebacks, and absolute dominance. And we're here to spotlight the stars who've truly stood out. Let's get into it. Number 10, Lautaro Martinez, Inter Milan. Just over a month ago, Inter were on course for a treble after reaching both the Champions League and Coppa Italia semifinals, while sitting at the top of the Italian league. However, after 3 successive defeats, the Nerazzurri fell behind Napoli in the battle for Scudetto while they were knocked out of Coppa by their hated rivals AC Milan. Inter reached the Champions League final, and Lautaro was at the center of it, scoring 27 goals and providing 8 assists across all competitions. Number 9, Robert Lewandowski, Barcelona, had 44 goals, 5 assists, and 1 La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Supercopa de España. After Lewandowski missed out on the Ballon d'Or shortlist in 2024, it seemed like the fruitless bid to pick up the Golden Ball was over. However, having been reunited with his former Bayern Munich coach Hansi Flick at Barcelona, the 36-year-old rolled back the years to become one of Europe's most potent number 9s once again. Age has shown signs of catching up with a veteran at times. While there are undeniably more thrilling players to watch in his own team, Lewandowski still set himself up to be back in the Ballon d'Or top 10 with his fine campaign. Number 8, Harry Kane, Bayern Munich. In 2024-25, 43 goals, 13 assists, and won the Bundesliga. It's finally happened. Harry Kane has won a trophy. The England captain yet again showed his goal-scoring instincts remain at a high level despite having turned 31 over the summer as he fired Bayern Munich to Bundesliga title, allowing him to celebrate the long-awaited first silverware of his career. Last winter shows that goals alone don't necessarily win players a Ballon d'Or anymore, but Kane certainly has the all-around game that should have caught the voters' eyes, even after a disappointing Champions League quarterfinal defeat to Inter. Number 7, Pedri, Barcelona. In 2024-25, 6 goals, 9 assists, 1 La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Supercopa de España. His goal and assist numbers don't jump off the page, but anyone who watched Barcelona this season will wax lyrical about the levels that Pedri displayed for Hansi Flick's side. Seemingly injury-free for the first time in years, the Spain star finally returned on potential he showed as a teenager before fitness issues caught up with him, with many now touting him as the world's best midfielder after his star turn in the Copa del Rey final. Barcelona's Champions League semi-final exit has likely put a cap on just how he might finish in the final Ballon d'Or rankings Pedri can now finish, but it would not be a shock if there was a golden ball in his future at some stage. Number 6, Kylian Mbappé, Real Madrid. In 2024-25, 43 goals, 5 assists, 1 UEFA Super Cup, and Intercontinental Cup. Mbappé may not have enjoyed the start to life at Real Madrid that he or the club's fans wanted, but he still scored his fair share of goals and looked to have taken his game to another level after scoring a stunning hat trick against Manchester City in February that was seen by many as a true announcement of his arrival at the club. However, things began to spin out of control for Madrid as the season entered its final weeks as they surrendered their Champions League crown in meek fashion against Arsenal, lost the Copa del Rey final to Barcelona, despite some Mbappé heroics, it must be said, and the Liga title also headed from Madrid and back to Barca. It's no secret that Mbappé craves the Ballon d'Or, given its standing in his home country, but he will likely have to make do with just the European golden shoe this time around. Number 5, Mohamed Salah, Liverpool. In 2024-25, 36 goals, 24 assists, 1 Premier League. Speculation over Salah's future has finally been put to bed after he signed a new 2-year contract at Liverpool, and few can argue that it is not well-deserved. The Egyptian king has rediscovered his best form and then some under new coach Arne Slot, leading the Reds to secure the Premier League title at a canter. However, having been the overwhelming favorite for most of this Ballon d'Or campaign, Salah's hopes were damaged by Liverpool's shock last, 16 elimination in the Champions League, and his own no-show in the Carabao Cup final defeat to Newcastle a few days later. The 32-year-old could still yet become Africa's first Golden Ball winner since 1995, but the odds on him doing so in 2025 have lengthened massively. Number 4, Gianluigi Donnarumma, Paris Saint-Germain. In 2024-25, 13 clean sheets and also won Ligue 1, Coupe de France and Trophy de Champions. While it has now been 62 years since Lev Yashin became the first, and thus far only goalkeeper to win the Ballon d'Or, there's always a place for the world's best shot stoppers on the short list of nominees, and Donnarumma has separated himself from the pack in 2025 thanks to his outstanding performances in the Champions League knockout rounds. He was PSG's penalty shootout hero at Anfield in the last 16 before pulling off some crucial saves against Aston Villa as the Premier League outfit threatened to come all the way back from being 4 goals down in the second leg. Donnarumma followed that up with 2 more superb showings against Arsenal, and also considering he kept a clean sheet in the Champions League final and won the title. The French champion has proven why he deserves this spot. Number 3, Raphinha, Barcelona. In 2024-25, 39 goals, 25 assists, won La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Supercopa de España. There were those who argued against it early on, but it's been clear for much of the campaign that Raphinha was the most decisive of Barcelona's electric front three, and his raw goal and assist numbers certainly helped back that up. The ex-Leeds United winger would likely have been sold last summer if Barca had managed to complete a deal to sign Nico Williams, but the Brazilian has shrugged that off to lead the Blaugrana to a domestic treble. There is no doubt that Raphinha is playing the best football of his career right now. But will that be enough to win in the Ballon d'Or? Only time will tell. Number 2, Lamine Yamal, Barcelona. In 2024-25, 19 goals, 26 assists, and won La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Supercopa de España. No player has won the Ballon d'Or before their 21st birthday in the almost 70 years of the award. But right now it would be a shock if Yamal didn't break that record given he has another 3 seasons to get there. There is presently no greater talent in the game than the Barcelona teenager, who is only going to get better and better. He was outscored only by 2 of his teammates in Catalonia, but plenty of La Liga watchers will tell you that the 17-year-old has been the most impressive attacking player in Spain. Coupled with his Champions League showings, which reached outrageous new heights against Inter in the semifinals, he might now be the top Golden Ball candidate within the Barca dressing room. Number 1, Ousmane Dembélé, Paris Saint-Germain. In 2024-25, 35 goals, 13 assists, won Ligue 1, Coupe de France, and Trophy de Champions. Was this the season where the real Dembélé finally arrived? Ever since he left Borussia Dortmund for Barcelona, the France winger has frustrated fans more than he's delighted them, despite clearly being a player of rare ability. Now, though, Dembélé has found a groove during his second season at PSG, with his performances helping the French champions continue their stranglehold of Ligue 1. Their dreams of winning the Champions League has finally come through after knocking out Liverpool, Aston Villa, and Arsenal, and beating Inter in the final, thanks to Dembélé's strikes at Anfield and the Emirates. Out of almost nowhere, Luis Enrique's side are now the best in Europe, led by their flying frontman. Honorable mentions. Quick shout out to a few other big names who just missed the top 10. Krejci Kvaratskhelia, Paris Saint-Germain. Nuno Mendes, Paris Saint-Germain. Victor Gyökeres, Sporting CP. Vinicius Jr., Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham, Real Madrid. Achraf Hakimi, Paris Saint-Germain. Victor Osimhen, Galatasaray. And Declan Rice, Arsenal. Let us know who you think should have made the top 10. That wraps up our look at the top 10 Ballon d'Or contenders for 2025. Do you agree with our list? Who's your pick to take the Golden Ball? Drop a comment below. Smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more top-tier football analysis every week. Until next time, peace.